Hello everybody, Alexander here with another Pokemon Violet Let's Play episode. We're gonna take a quick minute to talk here and go over a few things while I kinda get my thought process in line with how I want to continue forward here. I do know that we have to go to the lighthouse and continue with story and stuff. I just wanted to cover a couple of things while I am here with everybody. So the first thing is that I noticed that upon rewatching the last video, I do have this odd quirk where I make kind of a weird, like, half laughing noise, and that's when I'm nervous. So this is easily the most ambitious thing I've ever done, and I do want the project to do well, but it is also very important to me that I am as authentic with you guys as I can be. So on that note, just do understand I will try to, like, avoid doing it now that I am aware that it is a thing. Yeah, that one right there, that's what that is. So if you hear me do that, it's just me dealing with the nerves of doing this and presenting it to a very large and unknown group of people. And my goal with this is to just be as authentic with you as I can be, which is why the whole no editing rule is going to exist. This is all uncut, unscripted Let's Play content. I'm just making absolutely sure that I'm fully transparent with everybody. The objective here is to just create a really cool community, right? And to give you guys really fun content on things that I love, and hopefully that you can love right along with me. And if it's your first time experiencing any kind of Pokemon stuff, hopefully I'm a really positive influence on that, you know? And I did try adjusting the in-game volume just a little bit with the like volume to the game for you guys, just to see if that helps with the controller clicking, and I'll kind of adjust things as we go and see kind of how that goes. That's part of the whole no editing thing, so it just kind of gets put out as is, and we'll tweak as we go. Alright, guys? And let's get the, there it is again. The journey on the way. Alright? Alright, Rocket Dirtbike Dragon. We got a bunch of stuff to do, a bunch of people to meet, and a journey to have. To the lighthouse. Who is this? Why that little... Okay. What are you doing out here? Does he know Rocket Dirtbike Dragon? I'm not talking to you two. You can shove off. Oh, no. Sir, see, I just met you and you don't get to tell me to shove off. Wait, I know you. Aren't you Arvin? You're enrolled in the humanities track, right? And aren't you the son of that Pokemon researcher, Professor Turo? Doesn't matter who my dad is. I hate to tell you this, but it most definitely matters who your father is if he is a person in a position of power. The real issue here is what in the world this Pokemon is doing out here. And what is with this form it's in? What do you mean, form? How do you know about the other form? Yeah, it saved me from a tight spot. Kick rocks, bro. Rocket Dirtbike Dragon is cool, don't you be mean to him. See, we heard this strange cry, and we tried to investigate it, but Alexander fell off a cliff. Whoa, wait a minute. No. What actually happened is Nemona here suggested we go into a dangerous area to evaluate a sound that we heard, upon which I discovered Rocket Dirtbike Dragon here, who roared quite powerfully, dislodging loose sediment from beneath my feet, causing me to fall. Do not make me sound clumsy. Thank you. That Pokemon saved him, but it seemed like it wore itself out in the process. It got kinda slumpy afterward. Yeah, it sure did, didn't it? But you should have seen it before. It looked totally different. It was unbelievably strong. Nemona, I believe the words you're looking for are metal as hell. Well, yeah, as it should be, but it can't fight while it's like this. The form Miraidon takes in battle, that's its true form. Okay, 1, how do you know its name? And 2, how do you know about its other form? I have questions. You're kinda sus, bro. Miraidon. Is that this Pokemon's name? How do you know it? You know, Nemona, that's a freaking amazing question. How do you know? Gosh, I'm trying really hard. I am just a little bit. It is a very nerve-wracking thing to present that which I love to what could potentially be the entire world. You can't go in, the lab is locked? How do you know what's behind that door? I mean, I guess you're the professor's kid, so it would stand to reason that his lab is behind the door? I don't remember ever seeing you around, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too. Just started, actually. Thanks. Yeah, I do. Miraidon isn't the sort of Pokemon that any old trainer can hope to command. It's special. Yeah, well, so am I. Special how? What sort of Pokemon is it? Not gonna answer? Alright. You think you're up to ordering Miraidon around? I don't give anything orders, I give it suggestions. Then how about I test your worthiness? Sure, bring it, bro. Well, looks like you got... Look at you, quite the little go-getter. Yeah, I am. What of it, man? I've been feeling all out of sorts, so I'm gonna use this battle to blast these doldrums away. Dude, you've got like a really outdated set of grammar, just saying. Why did you do that? Are you like your own hype man? You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Arvin. Pokemon Trainer Arvin sent out Squirrelbit. That's the squirrel's name. Alright, that makes sense why I didn't remember it then. Go Chompy. Break him. These memories are leaving a bad taste in my mouth and I want it gone. What memories? Dude, I want some freaking context. Chompy, roast this nerd squirrel alive. Used 5. But we outspeed him, so we're fine. So, yeah, as long as, like, your starter is going to be really, really strong early. And, there's just really not too many things you're going to be able to do for a good while. Just do make sure you are leveling frequently, as, otherwise being underleveled can become a problem. Chompy hit level 7. Hell yeah. Chompy learned Round. From what I remember, it is a completely useless move. Look at him, he's so happy. He might be dumb as a sack of hammers, but he understands what's important, like victory. Seems like you know a thing or two about battle. No, Chompy does. Chompy is a goddamn champion. There we go. The fade to black's a little long there, but that's okay. Wow, Alexander, that was awesome. Well, thank you, Nemona. You are like the world's best hype woman, and I appreciate you. I guess I wasn't ever going to stand a chance against someone using a Pokemon I just caught. Okay, so like you're ahead of me in the academy, so like why are you using a Pokemon you just caught? But if you really think you can take Miraidon off my hands for me, you'll need this. It's the Pokeball the Brute's been kept in. Do not call him a brute. Look at him in all his chromatic glory. How dare you? You obtained Miraidon's Pokeball. Thanks. I don't know why you want to get rid of it, but sure. You put Miraidon's Pokeball in your bag's key items pocket. That's odd that he's a key item. Miraidon's Pokeball. A Pokeball that can hold the mysterious Pokemon known as Miraidon. A boy named Arvin gave it to you. Yeah, I know. So why do you have it? That's a, again, freaking amazing line of questioning, Nemona. Why did you have it? Anyway, that thing's your problem now, not mine. Good luck. I don't think he's a problem at all. I think he's a blessing in that you're just some chump who has a bias against Rocket Dirt Bike Dragon. Fine, by the way, but you better actually show up for school. What a weirdo. I agree, Nemona. He is kind of an odd one. I am so happy to have you, Rocket Dirt Bike Dragon. You and me are going to be really good friends. That Arvin Kai definitely knows more than he's letting on. Next time he and I are battling, I'm gonna wring some answers at him. I love her mentality. She's like, fine, not gonna answer me when I try the whole, like, calm and questioning approach, right? Diplomacy. Then you're gonna answer through sheer conflict. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you until you're begging for mercy and give me the answers I want. But oh right, we gotta climb the lighthouse. Can't wait to show you the view of the school. Or our school. Sorry. Oh boy. Man, I am both nervous and excited to share all of this with you guys, and I'm really, really hoping people are enjoying the journey thus far, my little quirks aside. Honestly, I hope they're enhancing the experience for you. Look how smug we look. It's awesome. Alright, what do you got for me, Nimona? This is actually, like, a great view. Like, goddamn. She wasn't kidding. Shit's kind of intense. I like it. Talk to me, Nimona. Look, Alexander, that's Messagoza. It looks really cool. And that huge building with the Pokeball on it is our school. It's crazy how, like, huge it is. It's gonna be so great having you in the same class, Alexander. I'm looking forward to it. Want to be your friend. Right? I can't wait to get back. We're gonna get to learn so much and battle so much. I agree wholeheartedly. Isn't it awesome what you can see from up here? Yeah, it is. Which is weird, because heights would normally bother me a little bit. Mountains, forests, grasslands, beautiful nature stuff as far as the eye can see. And you know what's waiting for you all over these natural spaces? Tons of Pokemon. I really like that their universe preserves nature as well as they do. Consider this me officially telling you, welcome to Paldea. Thanks, Nimona. It's super cool of you. But anyway, like you can see, it's kind of a hike to get to the school from here. It's not terrible. There's a town on the way. We'll be alright. I'm also seeing 2 Pokemon centers, which is kind of, like, intense. Let's make it to Los Platos for starters. That's right on the way. Vamos, come on. The mix of Spanish and English is a nice touch given that the region is based off of Spain. Alright, let's descend down this ladder and be on our way. Hey, look, an item. Nice. Hey, another potion. Pretty sweet. Hey, let's battle? Sure, buddy. What do you got for me? If you talk to a Pokemon trainer like me, it means we're gonna battle. No, you don't say. You are challenged by youngster Elian. Alright. Bring it on, kiddo. Whoa. Taruntula? Alright. I'm assuming you're a bug Pokemon, which means fires. Yep. So for those of you who maybe don't know much about Pokemon or are coming here from somewhere else and are just trying to like maybe see what Pokemon's about, I personally don't like bug Pokemon because a lot of them are not very good, like statistics wise, right? A lot of them are like neat as far as their design goes, but like for actual combat usage they're not very good, and it's really disappointing. But you know, it happens. Some people like them, some people don't. And that's kind of the nice thing about them. The variety makes it so that, just like with anything else, you're not gonna like all of them, but the ones you do like, you really like. And everybody's got their favorites. And if you like, comment below what your favorite Pokemon are for me to see and maybe, you know, interact with. We're gonna go over here real quick, pick up some items. Because I do know that down that hill is the town, but I also know that you're able to explore quite a bit at the start of this game. And it is something I strongly advise doing. Nice, more Pokeballs. Just what we need. Because we're going to be catching a ton of Pokemon. Right, but in this beginning area, I'm gonna kind of like only catch stuff that really catches my eye. And be on the lookout for items. And for those of you who don't know, there's like a little beach area over here at the start of the game. This is something I've seen a lot of people miss. Just by like proxy of not exploring very much. Because you can kind of just walk across this little creek thing. There's a water Pokemon right there, Buizel. We got some Psyducks and Azurils walking around. But we're gonna go look down here and see what we can find. Maybe there's something cool by the shoreline. Psyduck, go away. I'm trying to do something. Alright, Chompy. It's okay. I was trying to see, because I noticed those things, they go into the ground anytime I approach them. So I was trying to see if I could, maybe like sneak attack one. But I'm not sure if that works, so we're just gonna go right back on up here and figure it out later. A Wingull. I know that Pelipper can be good, but I can think of a couple different water types that I would rather have. And I'm not thinking we're gonna need a water type super early anyway. But, you know, we'll see. Like, we absolutely feel like we need to catch one, we can always come back here and catch one and level it. Actually, I have an idea. I don't know how good it actually is, but we're gonna catch one, okay? Because he's cute. Or she, my bad. God, it's just like the beginning battles are the most adorable thing in the world because it's just these two like limp noodle Pokemon just like kinda hitting each other but not really. It's just adorable. It gets much more intense once they're fully evolved, obviously, but like very early on, it's like two like 6-year-olds just smacking each other with pool noodles until one goes down. Like no actual harm being done. Oh man. Weasel's data has been added to the Pokedex. It inflates its flotation sac, keeping its face above water in order to watch for prey movement. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see here. I don't know, Sapphire seems like a good name, so that's what we're naming it. Change it later if we want to. Alright, let's go. Let's be on our way now that we have caught ourselves a water-type Pokemon. The reason why I did that is because it's usually good to just cover your, like, elemental bases. So like fire, water, grass, or electric, either one's fine. Because they both cover the same weaknesses. Probably get an electric instead of a grass type, right? Because electric just hits for super across more things. Just things to think about. Like, I know it's a little metagamey, I just like to have the bases covered. So that's what we're gonna do. Maybe even get ourselves a flying Pokemon if we're lucky. But I like to be prepared, you know? I don't like for my journey to be the kind of thing where I was ill prepared. The only reason why I'm not catching that little bird is because it's fire flying when it's fully evolved, and I don't want another fire Pokemon on my team. Trying to avoid double typings of any kind, just so that no particular weakness is super, like, lethal to me. Hey, another copy of Swift. Nice. Let's see, where are we at? Alrighty, let's grab this. We don't want the Hoppips. That's a grass Pokemon. It actually becomes grass flying, if I remember correctly. We have a Lechonk already. Let's grab that Paralyze Heal. Awesome. I like getting new items. I will be exploring a lot, just an FYI, for anybody who is wondering about that. And we are looking for, gosh, just some Pokemon, you know? Even out our party a little bit. Oh my god, is that a flamingo? See, I know... Alright, alright. Yes, fight me. If we can catch it, I will. I would like to have it. Flamigo. Oh, it's perfect. I don't even need to change its name. Like, I know that I said I was gonna name everything, but I don't even need to change its name. It's perfect the way it is. Oh gosh. He's pretty fast, isn't he? Alright, it's fine. That's why we have potions, right? Use a potion on Chompy because we love Chompy. And we must preserve the Chompy. Copycat. Doesn't it fail though? Oh no, he copied Ember though. So Copycat's interesting because I guess it's just the last move used regardless of when it was used. Which is very odd to me. And I think Copycat was like a move had to be used before it. Which makes Mimic better, doesn't it? I might be getting the names mixed up. Whatever the damn bird just used. I'll look at its stats when we finish the catch on it. Nice. Floatzel learned Soak, which is actually a kind of OP move competitively if it's used correctly. It could be used to do some funky things to your opponent. Flamingo. See. Flamigo's data has been added to the Pokedex, the Synchronized Pokemon. Thanks to a behavior of theirs known as Synchronize, an entire flock of these Pokemon can attack simultaneously in perfect harmony. That's horrifying. How many of them are in a flock? Because that could be like a real problem. That could, weirdly enough, no, we don't need to nickname it. Like, everything else, yeah, probably getting one, but this thing's name is the nickname. It's great. I think it's wonderful. Alright, man. Awesome. Chompy, Chonky Boy, Sapphire, and Flamigo. I actually do want to know, check summary real quick. This is very important to me. Oh, whoa, he's fast as hell. Scrappy, this Pokemon can hit Ghost-type Pokemon with normal and Fighting-type moves. It is also unaffected by Intimidate. That is really good. Oh man, that is good. Oh yeah, so it was Copycat. Okay, so yeah. Because there's two moves in the game. There's Copycat and then there's Mimic. If I remember correctly, that's its name. Tackle, Growl, Soak. And for those of you who are wondering, give me a second here. What Soak does? This is what it does. The user shoots a torrent of water that changes the target's type to just water. The reason why that's important is because, like, let's say you're in a tag battle and you pair this with an electric Pokemon and Soak. So what you can do is, like, let's say the opposing Pokemon was like a ground type. You could use Soak to remove the ground typing, give it the water typing so that your electric typing, instead of being ineffective, is now super effective. Pretty cool use, right? And it's just it's really neat the way you can strategize and stuff when you're putting together specified parties and things like them. And you can have a lot of fun with it. I strongly advise looking into how this type of stuff works, you know? Read your moves, read your passives, check your stats. And when you look at stats, oh gosh, I know I said the bird's speed was high, but I didn't explain why, so I should probably do that right. So when you go into your check summary page, I'm just going to go over this with everybody really quick, just for those of you who don't know. Every Pokemon you will ever have will have 1 or 2 typings, right? If it's a dual typing, it'll come with additional weaknesses and strengths based on the dual typing. Some dual typings are just objectively bad, others are really, really strong. Fuecoco is a fire type. Then we've got Lechonk, who is straight normal. You get Buizel, who's water. And Flamigo, who's flying fighting. The Terra typing will come into play later. I'm actually going to ignore that until we do something very specific. If I remember correctly, we find out what it is very soon. Again, I don't remember a lot of the ordering of what happens in the game, just what does happen. I did not mean to leave the stat screen, now we are back in it. This is your your actual stats. So you have your HP, attack, defense, speed, special defense, special attack. As you can see, Chompy has lowered attack, heightened speed, as is indicated by the arrows and the coloration. Chompy's passive is Blaze. It powers up fire-type moves when the Pokemon's HP is low, so basically in the red, is all that means. Then we've got our Lechonk, who has heightened attack, lowered special attack, which I think is pretty good for Lechonk. As you can see, pretty well-rounded Pokemon. Aroma Veil protects the Pokemon and its allies from effects that prevent the use of moves, so technically speaking, our Lechonk is immune to things like Disable. We have Sapphire, who is our Buizel. Boosts this Pokemon's speed stat in rain. Swift Swim, pretty good if it's on like a rain party. And then, of course, we already looked at Flamigo, who has Scrappy, heightened speed, lowered special defense. Pretty good Pokemon overall. Our Chompy did roll kind of a bad nature, but we love him anyway. And then we're just gonna go into our bag and use a couple of our 13 potions, because I am not walking all the way to the Pokemon Center while I am way over here. So I'm just gonna heal everybody up, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. Perfect. Alright, everybody's full health, tip-top shape. So we should be good to go. Everybody's around the same level, so I don't foresee too many issues happening. Oh man. I think he's rock water when he's done? I can't remember. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna catch him now that I'm thinking about it. Look at him. He is such a derpy looking little Pokemon. Alright, go ahead and use Tackle, Chompy. Let's try to weaken him so we can capture him. Oh god, you know Water Gun. Pokemon, and we are going to switch to Buizel for this. Primarily because if he keeps trying to use Water Gun, at least it's not very effective, rather than just like kicking Chompy's shit in, which we would rather avoid. This is what I was talking about though, by having all of your bases covered, is it just helps to be able to handle pretty much any situation you were to run into. Okay. Alright, Tackle. We are going to run a little bit over, as was a consequence of my beginning explanation about a few PSA things. And that's okay. I would much prefer that we run a little bit over than me not have full transparency with you guys. Right? We're working through the awkwardness of just life, really, you know? This is my first Let's Play I've ever done, so there's gonna be a little bit of awkwardness, but I feel like it adds just a tiny bit of charm to it. It'll get refined as it goes. Just kind of learn together, you know? I like it that way. Sure, we'll name him. I like Steve. We're gonna name him Steve. Steve has been added to your party. Perfect. He's wonderful. Alrighty. We're gonna just continue to have a slight look around here. Kind of collect some quick items, and then we will head to town, and then we will end the Let's Play episode there. The door was so weird. What door? Alright, actually, we're gonna end here on a suspenseful note. We are gonna find out what door this man is talking about the next time we play, and we'll finish exploring this area. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you liked what you saw here. It'll help out a lot. Alexander, signing out.